The new house. Yay!
Pride of ownership is probably the #1 reason that people enjoy owning their own homes. It means you can paint the walls any color you desire, change out fixtures, and decorate your home according to your taste. For me, that's anything that feels inspired by Studio McGee. But home ownership offers so much more than that, as it also provides you and your family a sense of stability and security that renting cannot offer you. It's investing in your future, equity that will grow with you the longer you are in the home. For many Canadians, buying a house is the dream scenario. But this year, the real estate market jumped from one extreme to the next, leaving many Canadians to wonder if buying a home will get any easier in 2023 or the years ahead. I'm Ainsley Gower, and I'm a real estate agent. If you have any real estate related goals, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you. And even if you're not located in my area, please feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to put you in touch with a great agent within my network. So in the coming months and year, it could be easier to buy a home for some reasons, but also more difficult for other reasons. In the near future, it may be easier to buy a home as there are more homes on the market to choose from than there have been, and fewer buyers to compete against. But it may be more difficult to purchase in the near future for other reasons, like higher interest rates, inflation, lack of housing supply, and an increase in construction costs. So here's some things to consider when contemplating the real estate market in your home search. Yes, the market has cooled off and home prices have come down a bit, but there are factors at play which will continue to put upward pressure on pricing. We have a supply and demand imbalance, and that is one of the primary reasons that home prices escalated so rapidly. Now, housing demand is going to remain strong in the years to come, with Canada recently announcing its plan for record immigration targets at 1.5 million new Canadians to arrive within the next 3 years. Now, the more people we have, the more our population grows, the more demand there will be on housing in both the rental and purchase markets. Canada really needs more housing. A report from earlier this year from Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation found that the country needs to build 3.5 million more homes than planned by 2030 to get back to the affordability levels of 2003 and 2004, which was the last time that Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation say the market was affordable. Now, in popular areas like Victoria, Vancouver, and Toronto, these markets are more unaffordable because there is more demand from people that want to live in these cities. And when you have more people that want to live in a city than you have houses available, then prices get more expensive. So until a massive number of people either decide they don't want to live in these cities anymore, or more houses get built, then these cities will continue to have pressure on their home prices. So less than a year ago, mortgage rates were at or near historic lows. These interest rates were lowered to help stimulate the economy in response to the pandemic. But then prices started to rise across the economy, so interest rates were increased to help fight that inflation. Now, it's important to remember that even though mortgage rates are up, they're still relatively low in historical terms. So try not to get laser focused on worrying about higher mortgage rates. There is so much more to take into consideration to build that bigger picture. So although mortgage rates are up, with home prices down in many markets now, you could still likely come out further ahead if you bought right now in today's market with a higher interest rate and a lower purchase price than if you bought at the beginning of this year with a higher priced property and a lower interest rate. So where do you visualize yourself in the next 10, 15, or 20 years? The single most important thing that you can do now to get yourself from where you are now to where you want to go with regards to your real estate goals is to chat to a mortgage professional and get pre-approved. A lot of people think that they shouldn't get pre-approved for a mortgage until they're ready to buy. But honestly, I think that's the wrong way to approach it. Because by having these conversations early, by having someone look at your income and your credit scores, they can give you some goals to shoot for. So maybe you're in a position to buy a home and you actually just didn't realize it, or maybe you actually need to organize a little bit more of a down payment. So by having this conversation again with a mortgage professional early, you will get clarity and direction so that you can set realistic goals. If you need a referral to a lender, let me know. Check the link below. I'm happy to refer you to someone I know, like, and trust that can guide you in the right direction. So my advice to you is try to think of real estate as a long-term play. It's not so much about timing the market, it's more about time in the market that really counts. Now, that being said, I do foresee prices to continue to drop a little bit over the course of the next couple of months. And then they may stabilize come spring, or they may continue to drop a little bit more if interest rates are still this high. If you're interested in buying right now, but you don't think that you can commit to that property for at least the next 5 years, then it may be best for you to consider to continue to rent. High interest rates, housing shortages, and affordability are going to continue to make buying a home challenging in 2023 and the years ahead. But with determination and the right plan in place, you'll drastically increase your chances for success.